Good morning.
What's the best piece of advice you've gotten personally or professionally in the last year?
Be where your feet are. I think is the biggest advice I got for sure.
And what's the quickest way to get a reaction from your coach? You know, if you didn't do anything right, something right, you or your team, what's the quickest way to get him angry or see him angry?
I think having the turnover, probably. It's probably yeah, the quickest way.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Donc, Toumani, au début, tu n'avais pas été sélectionné pour ce Rising Star, tu as été appelé en remplaçant de ce Philippe. Comment est-ce que tu as vécu au début cette longue sélection et après ce rappel un petit peu à la dernière minute?
Je pense qu'en tant que joueur, on a tous un peu de confiance en soi, surtout à ce niveau-là. Donc je pense que je m'attendais à être, je m'attendais pas, j'avais pas vraiment d'attente à ce niveau-là, mais être pris du premier coup, je pense que c'est définitivement quelque chose d'autre qu'être une réserve. Donc, mais c'est quand même une chouette opportunité, donc je suis content d'être là, c'est sûr.
Ça t'a piqué dans ton ego un petit peu quand même?
Pas piqué dans mon ego, mais plus ça m'a donné une autre raison de continuer à travailler encore plus fort et de rester concentré sur ma mission, quoi.
C'est comme une fierté d'être là, parce que tu es un super défenseur et que généralement, il y a des gens qui sont sélectionnés Star Games, c'est plus, on va dire, un attaquant. Est-ce que ça te fait plaisir justement de pouvoir montrer que même si tu es défenseur, etc., tu peux te retrouver dans le Star Games?
Bien sûr, je pense c'est quelque chose qui va continuer à grandir au niveau de défense. Le basket, pour le moment, comme tu l'as dit, c'est un jeu très offensif. Mais continuer à mettre à la lumière sur la défense, je pense que c'est définitivement un de mes objectifs. Et ça fait d'office plaisir d'être invité pour ça, quoi.
Ça fait quasiment un mois que tu joues chez nous, collectivement. Qu'est-ce qui a été le déclic pour ça, pour que tu arriver à gagner des matchs, etc. Et de pouvoir...
Je pense être capable de communiquer entre nous, de se dire qu'est-ce qui va bien et qu'est-ce qui ne va pas. Et vraiment essayer d'améliorer les choses, rester conscient de nos problèmes et continuer à grandir et go match par match, quoi, sérieusement.
Quel type de coach est inspiré là?
Un coach qui est très player-oriented. Il parle énormément avec ses joueurs, essaie de vraiment nous aider le plus possible. Il va nous dire quand on fait, quand on fait des erreurs ou quand on fait des bonnes choses et va vraiment aussi lui-même se poser des questions pour essayer de se remettre en question si lui aussi il fait les bonnes choses et tout ça. Et donc c'est très facile de jouer pour un coach comme lui, c'est sûr.
You often have to guard the best player of the other team. Which one is the toughest to guard and why?
I'm sorry?
Which one is the toughest player to guard? You always get to the toughest assignment on the opponent's team. Which one is the hardest to guard?
I would say Shea Alexander for me, just because he's kind of like a slippery guy, very small frame but very fast, twitchy guy. Can knock down.
His change of speed or what's?
Yeah, it's just change the speed and be able to get skinny in a lot of situations, and you can't really be physical with him because he gonna fly around a little bit easier than other people that's maybe a little bit heavier. So you really got to be smart when you play defense on him for sure.
Why do you like to take on the best player? Is it like a pride thing or?
Yeah, I think it started to become a pride thing. I feel like before it was something I just had to do just because I was good at it, but yeah, I think now it's really something that I enjoy doing, being able to have an impact on both ends on the floor, and I think guarding one of the best players is one of the best ways for me to impact the game.
Quel souvenir un petit peu t'as de All-Star Weekend, de All-Star Game que tu regardais, j'imagine, petit? Est-ce que tu as un souvenir marquant qui te revient comme ça, au moment d'être presque dans la cour des grands?
Ouais, je pense que le premier All-Star Game que j'ai vu, c'est quand LeBron James et Shaquille O'Neal ils dansaient ensemble au milieu de terrain pour leur entraînement. Donc plein de petits trucs comme ça, plein de petites vidéos qui étaient connues. C'était vraiment difficile pour moi de voir vraiment le All-Star Game, le match, en tant que jeune, mais plein de vidéos qui ont fait surface à ce moment-là, ouais, bien sûr.
Tu as prévu des petites surprises pour le match? Je sais pas, on sait que les joueurs, parfois, il y a des petites touches un peu personnelles.
Non, pas vraiment. Enfin, si j'ai l'opportunité, oui, bien sûr. Maintenant, c'est pas quelque chose auquel j'ai réfléchi énormément, quoi.
Je crois que tu es peut-être le premier Belge à disputer, à participer au All-Star Weekend. Qu'est-ce que ça représente?
Énormément de choses, énormément de choses. Le All-Star Weekend, c'est quelque chose où les meilleurs joueurs vraiment sont invités. Donc pouvoir représenter mon pays et ma ville et tout ça, ça fait plaisir, c'est sûr.
Where did you first realize that you were kind of adopted that like defensive stop mentality? Like what point you were that?
It was really, I would say, when I transferred to Dayton. And I realized I really could play defense. I feel like when I was at Georgia, I was guarding a lot of 5 and stuff like that. So at Dayton, my coach really told me how good I can be defensively and show me a lot of edits and NBA players who I can be like and stuff like that. And kind of like already trying to picture how can I have an impact in the league. And defensively I think it was my ticket into the NBA.
How hard was that transition to go from, because like when you were playing with Ann in Georgia, like you're basically rim running.
Yeah.
So how was that transition to playing as a perimeter at Dayton?
I didn't really play much as a perimeter at Dayton either. I was just guarding more perimeter guys, but I was also kind of like a 4-5 type of guy. So it was really, last year was really my first year playing on the wing. So I feel like that's why I'm like trying to figure out who I am offensively as a player, and defensively I feel like it's always been about effort and energy, and that's why I was able to have an impact all the time.
One of your first games last year, you're playing Steph Curry and you're picking him up 94 feet. He's kind of looking like, who is this guy? But like, what gave you kind of the, I don't know if courage is the right word, to come out for that game and be able to pick up, a superstar like that?
I mean, I was the 52nd pick, so I didn't really have anything to lose at that point. I had got traded from Phoenix within a month, so I was just trying to make a name for myself, or however I got to do it. And for the first 2 minutes when I saw him in the first game, it was really hard to comprehend that as Stephen Curry. But once it went away, when the competition started going, it just was very natural for me.
Let's briefly take it to the WNBA side. So if you were to start a franchise of your own, who would be your franchise player?
Caitlin Clark.
Why?
I like her demeanor. You can tell she really care about winning and working on her game, and she's very skilled. I mean, she's very good at it. Yeah, for sure.
Do you expect, when you're talking about defense, do you expect defense to be part of these games when you play, because of the format and potential to?
Yeah, I think it's a very hard subject, just because, I mean, as you can see, we have so much going on throughout this time, and some people just come off back-to-backs or 2 games or 1 game or whatever the case may be. So it's difficult to really tell yourself like, oh, like I need to come and play hard, or your whole team is in Hawaii and stuff like that. So I can understand both sides, but it's about try to enjoy the moment really and play the game that we love, and yeah.
Because you also want to enjoy yourself.
For sure. I mean, I want to have fun. I want to win games, but at the end of the day, it's a fun experience. And let's see how it goes. It's the first for me, so we'll see.
How do you feel about constantly playing against players like LeBron,
I think it'll be fun. I mean, I got to play against him already a couple of times, so it was impressive the first time, but then it got competitive after that. But yeah, so I think just the environment changed. I think it's just about everything else around the basketball games for real.
Could you see yourself playing past 40 like he's doing?
Plus what?
Could you see yourself playing past 40 like he's doing?
It's not the type of thing you can tell. It's really if your body able to hold up, so we'll see.
What's been your favorite individual moment from your career so far?
My favorite individual moment? I think my mom and brother came to visit me my first year, and I got my first double-double in front of them. So it was huge for me, for sure.
That's dope. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Think back to this one. What was your welcome to the league moment?
Welcome to the league moment, I think getting traded within a month. I think that was probably the welcome. Getting traded within a month, that's probably.
It's kind of crazy. What about like an individual play, like you're out on the island guarding someone? Maybe they busted a little bit.
I mean, my first NBA game was against the Clippers when they had Paul George, James Harden, and Kawhi. So it was 3 of the biggest players growing up for me. So being my first game was probably one of the biggest moments also.
One more real quick round. What's your all-time career high in any game at any level?
I think it's maybe 45. I think in high school, 45. Yeah.
You'll break that.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
That's it.
Something silly for social real quick. Who is the most famous contact in your phone?
The most famous contact on my phone, it's probably Chauncey. It's got to be Chauncey Billups. Chauncey.
If you call them right now, we'll take it.
Yeah.
If you FaceTime them?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it?
It's early, right? What time? He might be. I can try. I can try. Is C be an early person?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The true test here is friendship.
Let's see. I never FaceTime him. He probably think it's weird.
Damn.
It is early though. It is
What
early.
he's doing.
I think he's probably on the beach somewhere enjoying himself.
He's in Hawaii.
Taking his taking his time off. I'm not gonna bother him no more.
All right,
But
thank
yeah,
you.
appreciate it.
Hey, I have one question about Jordan. What was the craziest thing you saw Ant do there?
Funny moment is we played Vanderbilt, and I remember him dunking on somebody, and then him and Jordan Harris had a handshake where they kind of like danced. So it was a funny moment. It's probably the funniest thing I've seen.
While the game was going on?
Yeah. So it was an N1. It was an N1 dunk.
Oh, okay.
And then they just kind of did a handshake and then started dancing together on the floor, and then we ended up winning the game on the buzzer beater by Tyree Crump. So it was a fun game for sure.
Juste un tout petit mot pour finir, parce que là on est fidèles depuis qu'on s'était vu à Saint-Antoine. Comment ça se passe pour toi? L'équipe gagne un petit peu plus. C'est quoi un petit peu le déclencheur collectivement? Ça va un petit peu mieux aussi?
Ouais, je pense qu'on commence à prendre step by step. Depuis l'année passée, je pense qu'on a beaucoup grandi. Maintenant, je pense qu'on a encore beaucoup de choses à apprendre en tant qu'équipe. Mais ouais, je pense qu'on a fait énormément de progrès à ce niveau-là. C'est juste essayer de rester constant dans nos victoires. Quand on gagne des matchs, essayer de rester constant, essayer de limiter les longues périodes de défaite et puis aller là-dessus, quoi.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody.